Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary and I am doing a collab with Stephanie from the channel Glitzy Gem, and I will link all of her information down below in the description box. So what she is doing is Makeup Monday Ladies. So every Monday she has been collabing, if I understood it correctly. She is doing a collab with other ladies as well on different topics. Hers and my topic for this collab is going to be complexion products. So what we're going to talk about is what products we use on our face as far as foundation, concealer, contour, anything having to do with the complexion, aside from the eyeshadows. So what we're going to give you is tips and tricks on what works for us and quite possibly could also work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with showing you, because I've already primed my face and I did use the Professional, and this is the primer, almost out of it. But I also use under my eyes the Alicia Keys Soul Care, and this one is the balm. And I will show you, I've got pretty good dip on it because I do use my ring finger for it. And what I do with this, because I do have very dry skin, I don't normally wear concealer, but I still hydrate and moisturize because I do apply foundation underneath my eyes for the most part. Once in a while I will use the concealer, but not too often. And what I do is I just tap it, and it helps to keep the foundation from creasing as much because I do have very mature skin and I do have a lot of wrinkles. So I am just going to tap it in because that is what I do. Just tap, tap, tap. And I will tap it on this side as well, again. And I don't rub it in, I just tap it, and I do tap it with my ring finger because it is the finger that has the least amount of strength. So that is why we do that. I also use this on my lips. So it is a multifunction balm for me, and I absolutely love it. So that is what I use. I had a favorite, and I did, because I did keep it. I know I'm sometimes a little sentimental, but I'm going to go ahead and show you my absolute favorite balm for under my eyes, and I have not been able to find it. I thought I had found it once and it didn't happen. I ended up not being able to purchase it because they didn't have it in stock, and now I can't find it. And it is the Becca, and this is what it was, and it was a hydrating cooling balm. And as you can see, I know I tried to get into that and I'm just leaving it alone, but this is, or was, my go-to underneath the eyes. It worked amazing. So I have now something that also works just as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to use. And I don't normally use very heavy foundations. So this is a tinted serum, and it is by L'Oreal. It is the True Match Nude. So I'm going to go ahead and shake it up a bit. I always shake all of these products, so they do get shooken up. Just a matter of shaking. And it is a little syringe, so what I do is I just pick it up with the syringe and then I just throw it back in there and get some more. Here we go. And I normally apply or pick it up and put it on my arm, or actually the back of my hand. So I'm going to just, and I will show you, just put it on the back of my hand. There we go. And this I like because it is light. It does not dry up my skin, and I like it. I like it a lot. And I think I picked up a little too much, but I'm going to go ahead and just apply it. And what I do is I actually do a two-step process with it, because I do apply it with the brush first, and then I go in with a sponge. So what I'm going to do is use my kabuki brush, because that is what I use, and I just start tapping it in. And like I said, I will apply it to my underneath my eyes, and for that I'm going to put a little bit on there, and then I'm going to blend it in with my fingers. That is the only place that I will not do the sponge, is underneath my eyes. I will use my fingers for that. And then just blend it in here. And I like it. I like this foundation. Like I said, I don't normally use them. The winter time is, for the most part, when I use these foundations. A call came in and kicked me out. It normally doesn't do that. I'm not sure why it did it today, but I was in the middle of tapping. And like I said, I tap, tap, tap just to make sure that I have no brush strokes in here. Okay. And that is pretty much it. So now I am going to go and do the contouring. So for contouring, I don't normally use contour either. I know I do a lot of different things. I don't use makeup the way it normally is supposed to be used, and I also do not use brushes the way they're intended to be used. So that is something that I have done. I don't know. That's just me. And this is what I use. So it is actually a bronzer kit, and it's by Ace Beauty. I absolutely love it. I should have a bigger dent in it, and I don't, and I'm not sure why not, because I do use it a lot. And I think this is the shade that I use the most, or it is the shade that I use the most, and I still cannot put a dent on it. So I am going to use my big mirror for that, and I just come in and just do this here. I don't do a whole lot. And that is pretty much it. I will go under here. I will carry it in here, and here. Just a little, not a lot. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. Like I said, I don't use a whole lot of it. But here we go back in. And I know it is a powder, but because I do have the foundation on there, it blends in pretty well. It's just a tap, tap, tap is what I need to do. And that's all I basically do. And then I just bring it out here as well. And then I'm going to do this down here. And I will be blending a little more once I log off. I'm just trying to show you what I do, because I will be cleaning up a little bit and finishing up the eyelashes. I'm not going to put eyelashes on camera, but I am going to put eyelashes on. So I will go ahead and wait for that. And that is done. And now what I do is my brush or my powder. And I do use the number 7. I absolutely love it. And this is the Triple Action Translucent Finishing Powder in Light. And what I do is I apply it here. And that's just to chisel it just a little. And then I will go in with a larger brush to make sure that I get everything else. And that's pretty much all that I do. And that's just to remove some of the shine. And I do have pan on it already. So, and the blush is by Plush Palette. It is, and it's actually, Plush Palette is the name of it, or Plush Palette, but it is by Okalan. These are the shades that are there. Let me go ahead and move. So that is what we have. This is the one that I used. And sometimes I will go in with the lighter shades all around and just kind of blend it out. Those are all of the products that I used for the complexion. And like I said, my tip for that has to be the Alicia Keys because it is hydrating, moisturizing, especially for dry skin. Apply it with your ring fingers, tap it in, don't rub it in, and that helps tremendously. It will help with the creasing. I'm not going to say that it's going to stop the creasing because it absolutely does not with me, but I do have very mature skin. Love it. So that's one tip. Always hydrate and moisturize your under eyes, especially if you use powders and concealers. So then I'm going to talk about the highlighter. And I don't know if it's coming through with the light, but it is a purplish highlighter, and I am going to show it to you, and I think I gave you a sneak peek because I did swatch these already. So the highlighter that I used is one that I should be using a little more, but I don't use highlighter every single time that I apply makeup. And this is by Moonchild, or by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the Moonchild palette, and take a look at those. They are simply amazing. And what I used is the Horseshoe Purple, and then I used the Lucky Clover. The Lucky Clover is on the inner corner, and the Horseshoe is what I have on my cheeks and my brow bone. And those are the swatches for the highlighter. That is the Purple Horseshoe, or Horseshoe, and then this one is the Lucky Clover. Beautiful. Take a look at that. Then I went in with the lippy, and for the lippy I lined my lips first, and I did that with this one, and this is by Jante Blue, and the shade is Dark Natural. So I did line my lips first, and then I went in with Connected Boutique. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous lip gloss. And that is what I have on my lips. Feels amazing, hydrating, moisturizing. I love it, absolutely love it. And the shade, you can't go wrong with a natural neutral. Then on my eyes. So now I'm going to go ahead into the palette. And the palette that I used today was Cosmic Rainbow. And this is also by Connected Boutique, which is the same thing as the lip gloss. And I am going to show you these amazing, amazing shades. They are simply stunning. Take a look at this palette. It's a gorgeous palette. Top to bottom we have Eclipse, which is the dark black. And then we have the Celestial Amethyst is the next one. Supernova, the purple underneath that. And then we have the Divine Amber, and that's what I have on the crease line. And then the shimmer is Astral Kiss, which is this one here at the bottom. For the greens, we have the Gravity Green, which is the top one. We have Galactic Green, and then we have Orion, which is the last one on the bottom. Those are the shades that I used, so I'm not swatching the entire palette, but take a look at those shades. Amazing. That completes the entire look that I currently have on. And I almost forgot setting spray. Can't forget the setting spray. So for my setting spray, I use the Ciate London Everyday Vacay. I try to catch it every time I get a chance because I try to keep it on hand at all times. Absolutely love it. Now the lashes were gifted to me by Stephanie out at Just Me Lost in the Dark. So any channels that I mentioned will be down below in the description box. And the main person that I would really want you to go check out and check out her video as well is Stephanie, and that is Glitzy Gem, because she is the one that put this collab together. Absolutely had a lot of fun. Thank you, Stephanie. I truly enjoyed myself in getting you guys to see what I use for my complexion products. That is what I have, and she didn't mention anything about a giveaway, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I will go ahead and I'm going to do makeup. It'll be a mystery. I didn't even think about it beforehand, but I am going to do a giveaway. So it'll be makeup related because it is a makeup related collab. The word for that, I'm going to ask you to use celestial. Let's just go with celestial. And that is the word. Use it in a sentence. Do not just use it standalone, and follow the rules. Main 3 rules: you must be 18 years of age, you must have a U.S. continental address, and you must have or be subscribed to both my channel as well as Stephanie's out at Glitzy Gem. And like I said, I will link all of the information down below. All of the rules will be down below for the giveaway so that you are not disqualified. So make sure that you do follow all of the rules. That is what I have. Thank y'all for joining us. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, smile always. Bye.